Welcome to another episode of our live stream, My Journey to the Trinity. Want to thank Light for the Nations, Light for All Nations, for broadcasting my video from yesterday that I did with Ridwan Allah, and we spoke about many things. And there's a lot of things that he said that need a response, and I'm going to. I mean, he said stuff. He said stuff that I thought was unbelievable. You know, I guess there's a new Islam coming about, and you know, I know Adam Seeker has told me a little bit about these Quran only, and then, but the interesting thing is when it's Quran only, then they make it into whatever they want, because it's not based on the hadith or the seerah or the the life of Muhammad. It's just whatever somebody thinks the Quran says. And so if you don't like something, you just say, then it's not there, or that's not what it means, And so anyway, it was interesting. But there's one subject that we really started talking about, which was chapter 65, verse 4 of the Quran. And let me go ahead and display that. I'm not going to be very long today. I'm just going to be here for a little bit. But okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and open it here and show it to you guys what it says. And it's a very, very painful, difficult passage. I'm sure many Muslims, especially women, have left Islam because of this verse. It's called Surat At-Talaq. Okay, and what this verse is about, and I think you probably know, it's a very well-known verse, is that after a woman is divorced, that she's supposed to wait 3 months before she can get married again, and to make sure she's not pregnant and stuff like that. And so there's some rules. Hello, Devitt, and welcome. Yeah. Coco, that's funny. I hate this verse. It's a painful, painful verse. Let me go ahead and put it up so you guys can see it. And let me show you what this verse says. And like I said, it's a very painful verse. It says, "And those who no longer expect menstruation from among your women, if you doubt their period is 3 months." Okay, so the 3 months is the period between the time they divorced and the time they can remarry. That's called idda in Arabic, and also those who have not menstruated. That's where the problem is those words there. Okay, that's the problem right there. In Arabic, let's see how they do it in Arabic. And those who have despaired of the menstruation among your women, if you doubt, فَعَدِّتْهُمْ, it's not عَدِّتْهُمْ, their waiting period, ثلاثة أشهر, is 3 months. إِلِّي لَمْ يُحِدْ. And this is the problem right here, you guys. Lam yuhidn. And those who are pregnant. But this is right here the part that's controversial. And those who have not yet menstruated. Okay, and those here, for those who have not menstruated. So if you have a girl, she hasn't menstruated because she's too young, and you divorce her, and somebody else wants to marry her before she menstruates, the waiting period is still 3 months, even if she's prepubescent. And that's the problem with this, is that it's that's the problem with this. So anyway, I just wanted to look. What I wanted to do is, I know that our friend yesterday said he doesn't believe in all the hadiths and all the commentary, but I just wanted to look at the commentary. I wanted to look at the commentary and see what all of the biggest Muslim scholars say about this verse. Let's just look, because it's very easily accepted. Before, this kind of stuff used to be hidden. It's not hidden anymore. It's very easily acceptable. So let's just go look and see what the top scholars say about it. Because yesterday, my friend Radwan Allah, he was coming up saying, no, that's not what it means. And we had over almost 200 comments on our live stream yesterday, mostly between him and Connie about this subject. And so, and then there was many questions about, that's not what it means, or this is what it means. Let's just go ahead and read what it means, because we could read from top Islamic scholars what this verse means. And then after you hear it, if you still want to follow Islam, that's up to you, but at least know what you're following. Because, okay, let's look at these commentaries. Okay. Number one is Ibn Abbas, Tafsir Ibn Abbas. Okay, make sure. Okay, Tafsir Ibn Abbas. Now, you guys, this is the cousin of Muhammad. Okay, this is the cousin of Muhammad. Okay, Tafsir Ibn Abbas. Let's look what he says. Okay, he says, and for such, this is his explanation of this. It's in a book called Tanwir al-Mikbas min Tafsir Ibn Abbas. And for such women as despair of menstruation because of old age, that means that they don't menstruate anymore. If you doubt about their waiting period, their period of waiting shall be 3 months. Upon which another man asked, O Messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period for those who do not have menstruation because they are too young? That if they don't have menstruation because they're too young, that means they're prepubescent, along with those who have it not because of young age. Their waiting period is 3 months. Another man asked, what is the waiting period for women who are pregnant and for those with child? And those who are pregnant, their period is 3 months. So here, you got it right there. Another man asked, O Messenger of Allah, what about the period of those who do not have menstruation because they are too young? And the answer, their waiting period is 3 months. So that's the problem. This is Ibn Abbas, okay? All right, let's look at Jalalain. Jalalain, Jalalain, there's two Jalals. And so the Jalalain is Arabic for two Jalals. And this is what Jalalain says. It says, and as for those women who read al-ayah or al-ayah in both instances, no longer expect to menstruate. If you have any doubts about their waiting period, their prescribed waiting period will be 3 months. And also for those who have not yet menstruated because of their young age. So right here you go. And those who have not yet menstruated because of their young age. This is Jalalain. Their period shall also be 3 months. So here's Jalalain. So it's not my explanation. You guys go ask your sheikhs, because this, you know what? I had one of my nephews write me this morning, and I showed him this verse. I says, what do you think about it? He says, oh, this was in the long time ago. This is the way it was then, but girls now are more awake and have rights. And so I asked him, so the Quran doesn't apply today anymore? And he didn't answer me after that. But I tell you what, you guys gotta know, this is written in the Quran. This is in the Quran itself. Okay, this is Ibn Kathir. Ibn al-Kathir. You guys, this is the biggest guy, the number one guy. I mean, he's so, of all the Muslim scholars, this is like number one guy. Okay, let's look what he says. the idda of those, or adda in Arabic, menopause, and those who do not have menses. That means they don't menstruate. Okay, Allah the Extended clarifies the waiting period for a woman in menopause, and that is one whose menstruation has stopped to her older age. Her idda is 3 months instead of 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate. Okay, see Surah Al-Baqarah 228. Okay, the same. Okay, here's Ibn Kathir, you guys. For the young who have not reached the years of menstruation, their waiting period is 3 months. Okay, same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. Okay, you guys, this is Ibn Kathir. Okay, that's not small potatoes. That's the big guy. This is, I mean, he's one of the most respected, one of the most respected Islamic scholars is in in all of Sunni Islam. Okay, this is Al-Mawdudi. Let's see what he says. Sayyid Abu Ala Al-Mawdudi, Tafhim al-Quran, in his book Tafhim al-Quran. Okay, this is in respect to women who no longer menstruation and have reached menopause because of age. The waiting period will be reckoned from the day divorce was pronounced to them. 3 months imply 3 lunar months. If divorce is pronounced at the commencement of the lunar month, it is pronounced somewhere in the middle of the month. Okay. As for women whose courses are irregular due to sonic reason, the jurists have held different opinions. Okay. Let's see if he talks about. Okay, here's Ibn. Okay, Ibn Abbas, Qatada, and Ikramah say the waiting period for women who has not menstruated for a year is 3 months. Once a year, 3 months. Ibn Malik. Okay. So okay. So this has Ibn Malik. These has all these. Menstruation spirit. Okay. All right. So these are. I don't see the in this one specific reference to. Oh, okay. Here's one. They may not have menstruated yet, as either because of young age, so, or delayed menstrual discharge in the case of some women, or because of discharge throughout life. So, the Quran given in the question, a waiting period arises of women, marriage has been consummated, but there is no waiting period. Okay. All right. So, a girl who is divorced in a state when she has not yet menstruated and starts having during the waiting period, her reckoning waiting period. Okay, listen, this is pretty. The girl who is divorced in the state when she has not yet menstruated, I mean, and then starts having the menses during the waiting period, will reckon her waiting period from the same menstruation, and her waiting period will be reckoned just like a woman who menstruates regularly. Okay, so there you have it. You know, all these different scholars. You know, all of these are among the biggest. I wanted to see this too. This is from Asbab Nuzul. For those of you who don't know, Asbab Nuzul by Al-Wahidi is a very extremely well respected. This Asbab Nuzul means the reason the verse came. You know, it's like Asbab Nuzul is the reason for the revelation, the reason these verses came. Let's see what he says. Sayyid Muqatil, when the verse women who are divorced shall wait, keeping themselves apart, Khalid ibn al-Nu'man al-Qais al-Ansari said, O Messenger of Allah, what is the waiting period for a woman who does not menstruate and the woman who has not menstruated yet. Okay, so here it's this guy Khalid ibn Qais al-Ansari who's asking Muhammad, who's not, and what is the waiting period for the pregnant woman? And so Allah exalted as He revealed this verse. Okay, the 65:4. Muhammad. Okay, when the waiting period for the divorced widowed woman was mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, Ubay ibn Ka'b said, "O Messenger of Allah, the women in Medina are saying, what about the other women who have not been mentioned?" He asked, "Who are they?" He said, "Those who are too young." Okay, he said, "Those who are too young, such as have not menstruated yet." So, you know, there you have it. You know, these are guys talking to Muhammad. This is Asbab al-Nuzul. He's telling the reason why this verse was sent down. And what does it say? That the waiting period for a girl who has not yet menstruated, and that's all that we're concerned about, is that has not yet menstruated, meaning that it's a prepubescent girl. She has, and she's not just, it's not just that she's being divorced, you guys. She's been married. The marriage has been consummated. She has been divorced, and now somebody else wants to marry her. And so, and this is, listen, you've heard from Ibn Abbas, you heard from Jalalain, you heard from Ibn Kathir, you heard from Al-Wahidi. And so anyway, I just wanted to make that clear because, you know, he was kind of saying that that's not what it meant. Well, all of the scholars say that's what it meant, including the cousin of Muhammad ibn Abbas, you know. And so, you know, that's, I know this is painful, and I agree with you. The one who said, the one who said, I hate this verse. I hate it too. Thank you, Light. Thank you, Light for All Nations, for playing my video. I really appreciate that, man. God bless you, man. You got a lot more views on yours than I did. God bless you, man. And so, anyway, you guys. Yes. Well, you know what? I think, you know, I talked with Adam today about, he was talking about the Quran only guys. These guys who believe only in the Quran. They don't believe in the tafsir. They don't believe in the hadith or the sunnah, the seerah of Muhammad. And so, yes, here you guys could subscribe to Light of All Nations. I really appreciate you playing my video, and you know, the more this gets out, you know, that the more it'll, you know, people will hear about it, and you know, like I said, you guys, let me just show you what one of my cousins said today. Okay, this is one of my cousins, and you know what? I love this guy. You know, I love this guy, even though he sometimes says stuff that, of course, you know, you love your family members. I'm not sure he's a family member, but I think he is. Let me just show you what he said. Okay, I'm gonna put it up here. I said, what do you think about 65:4? He says, that was back in the days. That was back in the days. Now girls are more awake, educated, and then, I don't want to say that, just for one time, shut up. So, saying that was back in the days. Now girls are more awake. But what you're saying is that the Quran is no longer relevant for today. I asked him, I said, does that mean the Quran doesn't apply today? Because that's what he's saying. That was back in the day. This is Quran. So the Quran doesn't apply today? Or who gets to choose what? So anyway, he says that was back in the day. Dude, this was never, there was never a time for this. It was never permissible. It happened, but it wasn't permissible. Never. Saying the Quran is no longer valid. You know, Deborah Ray, that's a great point. So in other words, the Quran is no longer valid, you know, which my thing is, I think it was never valid. I think it was never valid. You know, I used to be a Muslim. I was a Muslim for, you know, first 15 years of my life, I didn't know much, but I was very committed though. But I did believe in the Quran, but we were told that it's every word, it's easily understandable and it's relevant to every aspect of life. And here it's saying you can marry prepubescent girls, have sex with them, divorce them, and remarry them before they reach puberty. Now, that is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. And so, like my cousin said here, every time, wait a second. Yeah, let me see if I can go back and just show you what my cousin said. And I understand his embarrassment. This is very embarrassing. That was back in the days. Now girls are more awake, educated. And it's like, really? So the Quran doesn't apply anymore? So anyway, I just wanted to show that all of the main scholar, Ibn Kathir, Ibn Abbas, Al-Wahidi, uh, Al-Jalalain, they all say that this is what it means. It means girls who have not yet menstruated, prepubescent girls, because they're too young. You can marry them, have sex with them, divorce them, and remarry them before they reach puberty. That's what that Ibn Abbas, Jalalain, Al-Wahidi, these Ibn Kathir, these are all the big guns, you guys. It doesn't get any bigger than that. Go ask your sheikh. And and don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what's in your Quran. I'm just telling you what's in your Quran. And then if you hear this and you're okay with it, and yes, like for all nations, all the interpretations say it's young little girls. If you want to follow that, you're free. You can do that. But at least know what you're following. And then also know the reason, because they explain the reason this is allowed is because Muhammad did it. The reason it's allowed, and I've showed you guys many times. I've showed you guys many times this hadith that is in Sahih al-Bukhari. Now, our friend yesterday said he doesn't believe in the hadith. Well, we could talk about that too, but but this is where it says Aisha speaking. It was narrated from Aisha, the Messenger of Allah married her when she was 6 years old and consummated the marriage with her when she was 9 years old. And he died when she was 18 years old. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, okay? This is the number one source of hadith. And here's in Arabic, it says, عن الأسود عن عائشة قالت تزوجها رسول الله وهي بنت 6 وبنى بها يعني نام معها وهي بنت 9 ومات عنها وهي بنت 18. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, you guys. And so if you don't like it, you got to make a decision. And I encourage you to make that decision right now. And the decision is to come to Jesus. Come to Jesus right now. Just open up your heart to him right now. You know what? You're not going to fix it. You're not going to change it. It's been in the Quran for 1400 years. You're not going to change it. It's there. It's in every single Quran. I mean, I've got how many different Qurans? I had 7, الحفظ الورش السوسي الدوري القانون البازي الخلف الجلالين Ibn Kathir. All of these are different Qurans, you guys. Not the Ibn Kathir, the scholar. It's a different Ibn Kathir. And there's 37 of them that Hatun Tash has. And so there's all these different Qurans. Well, this verse is the same. And this verse is the same. It's in all. You look at all of them. It's there, and you can't get rid of it. You can't reform it. You're not going to change it. Leave it. Don't reform. Forsake. You can't reform Islam. You can forsake it. Come to Jesus, but don't just forsake it for nothing. A lot of Muslims, lots and lots of Muslims are leaving Islam and becoming atheists. Because they says, religion disappointed me. I'm not going to accept any other religion. No, don't do that. Come to the truth. Come to Jesus. He died for you. He loves you. And even though I'm saying this stuff, and I know some of you want to kill me, some of you hate me, but I love you. That's why I'm doing this. It's easier not to do this. It's easier not to do this and to just live at peace the way I have for the last 50 years, and to just be at peace and not say anything and just, but then you die and go to hell. Then you die and go to hell. Then you die and go to hell. What the hell kind of a friend am I if I let that happen? What the hell kind of a relative? What the hell kind of a cousin am I if I just let you go to hell? What kind of a brother am I if I let you go to hell? I may lose you here for a little while. Some people told me that I lost them. That's it. I lost them. I can lose you for a little while here on earth and gain you for eternity. I was listening to Billy Graham today. And I tell you what, you know what? Let me see if I could find that and just play that for you. It was so awesome what he was saying, man. And you know what he was saying. Yeah, I think maybe it'll be good for us to just to. It's it's a little bit long. You don't have to listen to the whole thing. We don't have to listen to the whole thing, but let me see if he's got anything shorter that we can listen to. Because man, yeah, this right here, you guys. Yeah, I just want to play this. It's not that long. For just $67. Okay, it's not that long, but I just want you guys to hear this. This is Billy Graham, and let's listen to what he got to say.
A little time and then vanisheth away. If God told me, and if I tell you that, you don't believe it either. How brief, how quickly it passes.
Wow, sorry about that because my my internet isn't very good. So, but you guys can go listen to it. It's called "Life Is Short" by Billy Graham. Amazing, amazing. It'll convict you. It convicted me. So, anyway, you guys, come to Jesus. I showed you Jalalain, Ibn Kathir, Al-Wahidi, Ibn Abbas, all of these guys. I showed you what they said about chapter 65, verse 4, Surah 65, verse 4, what it means. Come to Jesus. Say, Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Just say, Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. يسوع ساعدني. يسوع سامحني. يسوع ادخل قلبي. He loves you. I love you. Have a great day.